Everyone loves the idea of ghosts, but no one actually wants to be haunted by one. If you do believe in ghosts, then you may know that even though some of them can be completely harmless, most of them aren't. Ghosts can emotionally distress, physically harm, or even kill people, which is why it's not a good idea to welcome them into your home. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to list 10 signs that may tell you that your home is haunted, ranging from temperature variations to unseen attacks. We'll start simply. Even though the weather is something we can't control, it is something that we can observe. One of the first signs paranormal experts look for when checking if a home is haunted is sharp variations in temperature. This could show up as a random cold spot or even a sudden drop of temperature throughout your entire house. The drop in temperature signifies that there is something otherworldly around, something that defies our law of physics. However, this doesn't mean you should believe your home is haunted just because it gets cold. The drop in temperature has to be more extreme than the current weather. Remember that the weather can change at any time. So if you feel a drop in the overall temperature of your home, don't panic. Make sure that the temperature outside hasn't dropped first before you start to believe that your house is haunted. If your home has a history of death, especially brutal and untimely death, then it could be a sign of a haunting. While it's completely normal for people to die in their homes because that's the place where they feel most comfortable, if their death happened because of an outside force, then their spirits may not simply rest in peace. Instead, the spirit will stick around because it feels like it has no other place to go. This most especially happens at crime scenes. If someone was murdered in your home, then they literally had the life force ripped out of them by an external factor. It was not their time to go, nor is it their time to pass on to the other side. The spirits, because of the brutal death or even because of unfinished business, will stay in that location. This doesn't mean that every home where a brutal murder has taken place is haunted. So use the sign as more of a guideline rather than anything else. If you happen to notice one of the other signs I mentioned in this video, then find out that someone died at your house, you can use that as a confirmation of your beliefs. While seeing a spirit or having it attack you is rare, hearing one is more common. If you happen to hear strange sounds in your home, then it could possibly be that your home is haunted. However, these have to be sounds that you cannot explain, sounds that you cannot trace the source of. People who have lived in haunted homes have reported hearing the sounds of the dead or even sounds relating to the way that someone died. For example, if someone choked to death, you may hear that choking. If someone fell from a high place, you may hear an audible thud. However, it's important to remember that not all strange sounds mean that your home is haunted. Some old homes just make sounds. In addition, rodents and bugs can also make strange sounds. However, if you can relate the sound to a death, then you can pretty much confirm a haunting. While it's rare for ghosts to have control of physical objects, if a ghost is strong enough or angry enough, they can move an object around. If you see items randomly fall, move, or disappear from the location you placed them in, only to appear in another location where you haven't placed them, then it may be a sign that your home is haunted. In addition to that, if objects that were perfectly fine appear damaged, it may be another sign that your home is haunted. However, you have to look at this with a clear mind. We can all be clumsy sometimes and misplace objects, or place them in a location where they will move or fall. So not every misplaced object is a sign of a haunting. Instead, make sure you've exhausted all other explanations before you believe your home is haunted. While most ghosts may not be powerful enough to interact with us, a lot of them are powerful enough to interact with signals. What I mean by this is that ghosts may be able to directly affect things like internet connections, television signals, and electricity. If you see flickering lights or anything else of the like in your home, then it's possible that your home could be haunted. It's important to remember, however, that not every signal interference is a sign of a ghost, but every signal interference could possibly be a sign of a ghost. Like the other signs on this list, look for natural explanations that you can use to explain the signal interferences. If you can't find any natural explanations, then there is a good chance your home may be haunted. Before I go on, I make new videos every week on the strange, the weird, and the macabre. So if you are enjoying this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified as soon as I upload. While most ghosts don't have the power to directly attack you, there may be some that can still cause harm to you. Many of the people who lived in allegedly haunted homes claims that they have woken up with strange marks on their body. These marks can range from bruises and light scratches to small open wounds. If you do wake up and feel like you've been attacked, it may be one of the signs of a haunting. Now, not every mark you find on your body will be a sign of a haunting, but if you do come across an injury that you cannot explain, you may want to look for other signs of hauntings. While strange smells can come from anything, very specific smells, like eggs or sulfur, may be the sign of a haunting, especially when you cannot find where these smells originate from. If you do encounter a strange smell in your home, try to find where it's coming from. If you cannot, then look into what kind of smell it is. Many spirits can affect the smell of places, usually when it has something to do with the place where they died. While I urge you to not take smells as the end all proof of a haunting, it could be an early sign of a haunting. In many cases of hauntings, one of the first things people come across is the fact that vegetation and plants are starting to die. Unfortunately, dying plants are also a sign that there is something dead inside your home. It's one of the sad symmetries of life. If you start to find that plants and vegetation is dying around your home, try to find the cause of it. And if you can't, then you may have a haunting on your hands. Sadly, along with dead plants, some malevolent spirits will also attack animals. This is because of the heightened senses of animals, which allow them to see the dead. So if you suspect a haunting in your home, keep your animals close by. It's long been said that children can see the spirits of the dead. While it's unknown why, many believe it's because their young minds have not been diluted with the reality of adult life. So if your children report seeing strange things in your home, such as shadowy figures or people who you do not see, this could be a sign that your home is haunted. However, you should also remember that children have wild imaginations. So them seeing something in your home is not proof that the house is haunted, but it could be a possibility. If you believe there's something trying to harm you or your family, or if you get strange feelings of anger or malicious intent around your home, it could be a sign that your home is haunted. While this may seem like a very general thing, it is something that many people ignore. Take the Lutz family, for example. They stayed in their home for 28 days, even though they were openly being attacked by spirits. When it comes to signs of hauntings, the 10 things I mentioned may not be proof of a haunting alone, but if you put any two or more of them together, then there is a high possibility that your home may be haunted. However, you should remember that hauntings are far and few in between. While there are many cases of haunted homes, very few of them actually turn out to be real hauntings. So remember to always use your own discretion. Do you believe your home is haunted or have you experienced any hauntings? Tell us in the comment section and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, this is Daniel Dark signing off.